We start with health and safety. Now, anyone close to the industry knows that its big mission is to eliminate accidents. Now, that's a tall order for a rugged outdoor industry, but signs are good with a sustained reduction in reportable injuries.
Some of the world's big mobile plant manufacturers are responding positively to a vital safety initiative led by the MPA. The Safer by Design project was launched in response to growing concern that poor plant design is often a root cause of injury in the industry. The MPA has won a £55,000 grant from the Aggregate Levy Sustainability Fund to support the initiative, and is teaming up with quarry operators to produce a voluntary code that sets out clear recommendations to build in safety at the design stage. Involvement of plant manufacturers is key to the success of the project.
Employees at this CPI mortars plant in Bilston in the West Midlands played a key part in a company-wide programme designed to ensure that the whole of its operational workforce is adequately protected from silica dust. Plant and vehicles have been checked for leaks, ventilation systems improved and vacuum systems installed to eliminate sweeping. Even face masks have been checked for fit. Nearly 20,000 lorry drivers delivering for MPA members have now completed a one-day course which aims to increase safety awareness. The MPQC Driver Skills Card is increasingly being demanded for access to industry sites and is already recognised by the Highways Agency. The initiative highlights the fact that the industry's focus on improving health and safety has moved beyond operating sites to encompass delivery.
The industry's drivers are also learning how to drive in a way that cuts fuel consumption through a safe and fuel-efficient driving scheme. Now, the organisers think that the average driver is already cutting his consumption by up to 14%, so the potential fuel saving throughout the industry is huge, which leads us neatly onto another issue: sustainability.
This aggregate industry site at Barton under Needwood in Staffordshire is the first in the UK to be awarded a Responsible Sourcing Certificate from the Building Research Establishment. What it means is that expert assessors have established that it's doing a good job in terms of issues like emissions, minimising use of raw materials, caring for its workforce and impacts on its neighbours. Responsible sourcing is a major issue for the Mineral Products Association, which has launched its own guidance for members. The aim is to ensure that specifiers' needs are met and that the industry contributes to government targets.
New housing is one of the most important focuses for sustainability. Given the urgent need for affordable homes, one of the big challenges is to show that they can be built quickly and to high standards without compromising on their environmental credentials. These homes are the result of a partnership involving Tarmac. They are being built as part of Nottingham University's Creative Energy Homes project. The aim is to show that low-carbon, affordable homes can be built using tried and tested masonry products combined with renewable technologies.
Nowadays, we're much more likely to look at the environmental credentials of the products we buy. So now, let's take a closer look at some of the increasingly sustainable products that are on offer from the minerals industry. The products from the mineral industries are certainly responding to the carbon challenge, but factories like this one inevitably use huge amounts of energy. So what is the industry doing about its energy consumption and its emissions?
A new system for drying its materials helped industrial sand specialist Sibelco pull off one of the great feats of the year by finishing second from 140 entrants in the National Energy Efficiency Awards. Over the past 5 years, the company has slashed carbon emissions by more than 25,000 tonnes through a series of energy-saving initiatives and investment in new technologies. It was an approach that also helped it to win the coveted Carbon Trust standard.
Well, the energy campaign to date has been a great success and we're really proud of what we've achieved, but we're determined to keep the momentum going. We'll continue to invest in new technologies, we'll look at different ways of working, and I'm confident that there's further savings to be gained as we move forward.
Marine aggregate operators are investigating a variety of new ways to cut fuel and carbon. The latest initiatives even include a new low-drag hull paint being used by Hanson Aggregates Marine, which is also trying new propellers. Meanwhile, United Marine Dredging has installed new fuel-efficient engines on 2 of its larger ships, and Britannia Aggregates has instigated more efficient transit speeds. Thameside wharf facilities like this one at Cliff in Kent receive over 7 million tonnes of aggregate a year, which is equivalent to 1,000 lorry loads every day substantially taken off the roads. At Cliff, the Brett Group achieves further major reductions in carbon by grouping 3 concrete product factories and a ready-mix concrete plant within a few hundred yards of the wharf. While about half of the sand and gravel is moved on by rail, the company is also looking at deliveries of both aggregate and concrete products to the heart of London by barge.
UK cement plants like this Lafarge works in Staffordshire have helped the industry to beat its UK climate change agreement targets 2 years ahead of schedule. The success is due to an industry investment of £240 million and a particular focus on switching to waste-derived fuels. Here at Calden, Lafarge is now using scrap-tired chips and processed sewage pellets as part substitutes for coal. Meanwhile, this Hanson cement plant at Padeswood in North Wales has permission to use recycled waste solvents, paper and plastic wastes, as well as scrap tyres.
20% of the total fuel requirement of the industry is met by these alternative fuels. The Environment Agency recognises the benefits of using these fuels and has increased the target to 30% use by the year 2015.
At the end of the day, the people who are often best placed to judge the environmental performance of a mineral operator are those who live closest by it, and their attitude will depend largely on the way that an individual operator communicates.
At Broadway in Worcestershire, the community is itself helping to determine the future of this old limestone operation as it reaches the end of its working life. The operator, Smiths Bletchington, has set up a focus group of interested stakeholders to look at a variety of ideas that will allow the quarry to release its fascination to wildlife and to local people.
There's no doubt about it that community is about vision, and it's the vision of men and women in the community that will either take things forward or hold things back. And if we go to the community with some exciting ideas about where this could go, I have no doubt in my mind they will add to the basic framework with all their ideas and come up with something even deeper and richer.
Digging up sports pitches like these to remove the gravel beneath them is a less obvious way of winning friends in the community. But Henry Streeter has achieved that on not 1, but 3 sites close to Heathrow. You'd never know it now, but this pitch was dug to a depth of up to 8 metres before it was progressively restored using a grid of drains interspersed with sand slots. The restored pitches are in constant use by everyone, from professional footballers to lady cricketers.
The playing field at this school in Salisbury in Lanarkshire is being not so much dug up as remodelled to create an eco-garden. It's happening with enthusiastic input from aggregate industries nearby Duntilland Quarry. The garden will include an outdoor classroom, a variety of wildlife features and space to grow vegetables. They are even building a greenhouse made out of recycled plastic bottles.